Welcome back, Northwest, to your Mountie Nation station. As always, I'm Zachary Summer.
And I'm Eric Sackrider. Let's get into your second show of the third try.
And to start off our show, we have Fashionistas with Mary and Mallory. This week is Maddie Knightsky.
As you can tell, we still don't know how to dress.
Nope.
My mom also dressed me this morning again.
I'm Madison Knightsky.
I'm Melissa Eatman,
And today I'm teaching Alyssa how to dress.
even though my style's pretty nice.
My favorite shoe brand is Vans because they're really comfortable.
Nobody cares about those, trendsetter. My favorite shoes are Adidas because they're light on your feet and you can run fast.
Instead of wearing that raggedy old t-shirt, maybe you should wear an off-the-shoulder blouse because they're really good to wear in the summer and spring. Instead of wearing those raggedy old pants, maybe you could put some Lululemon pants on like me and some socks.
I am wearing socks.
They don't match.
I'm wearing red.
They don't match.
Okay. Hi, I'm Melissa Eatman, and my favorite brand is New Balance. I just think they have really... What's that? Guys, it's New Balance. It's New Balance. Like, who would just leave these in the hallway? Like, it's New Balance.
And following that, we have Keeping Up with the Mounties with Emily and Megan.
Stay tuned because we have a lot of spring sports starting up, and it's important that you pay attention.
Hi, I'm Megan, and I'm your host this week on Keeping Up with the Mounties. To start off our week, on Monday the 18th, we have Robotics and Writing Club after school. To continue our week, on Tuesday after school, we have Robotics and Anime Club, as well as NHS. On Wednesday, March 20th, we have our first girls varsity soccer game at 5:30 at Manchester High School, as well as the first robotics setup after school for the competition this weekend. And it's all for your co-host's 16th birthday. On Thursday after school, we have a student government meeting as well as GSA Plus. It is also the opening night for the musical at Jackson College at 7:30 p.m., as well as the first night of the robotics competition. To end off our week on Friday, it's another show night at 7:30 at Jackson College for The Little Mermaid, as well as another all-day competition for robotics. Catch you next week on Keeping Up with the Mounties.
And following that, we have College 101 with Connor.
This week, we get a little bit warmer than last week because we go from the UP to the Lower Peninsula.
Thank goodness. I'm not a big fan of the cold.
Neither am I.
Okay, welcome back, guys, to the fourth episode of Colleges 101. This week we are going to talk about the Broncos of Western Michigan University. Now, Western Michigan is going to be located in Kalamazoo, Michigan, and Kalamazoo actually happens to be the 14th largest city in the state of Michigan. So by no means are you going to be overwhelmed by the amount of people in the city, but they're not lacking people either. Western Michigan was founded in 1903. Its setting is the city. It sits on about 1,200 acres, and it has an enrollment of 17,936 students. Western Michigan has an acceptance rate of 82%, so by all means this is not a hard college to get into. If you try hard to hit these standards I'm about to list off, you should easily get in. So the average GPA is a 3.4, the average ACT score is 23, and the average SAT score is 1090. So if you try pretty hard, you should definitely be able to get in. Now on to the topic of money. The in-state tuition cost to go attend WMU is going to be just over $11,000, and for the out-of-state tuition is going to be just over $26,000. Western Michigan offers a variety of degrees. Some of the most popular degrees include business management, marketing, engineering, and in visual and performing arts. Now the graduation rate at WMU is not tremendously high. It sits at just 54%, but 79% of students make it past their freshman year and return to Western Michigan, so the retention rates are above the national average. Now retention rates meaning the amount of students that return after freshman year, which I stated was 79%. Thank you guys for watching this week's episode of Colleges 101, where we talked about Western Michigan University.
And after that, we have the classroom with Jacob, Bailey, Zach, and Dakota.
This week, we have a new student.
We got this new student named Jack Dawson or something like that. He's kind of hyper. He's a little weird. I don't know what to think about him. I had to get used to him for a while.
Hi, my name's Jack Dawson. I'm new here. I went to a private school, obviously, the khakis. This hoodie, got it from a kid in gym class. But there's this kid in this class, bro. Everyone at my old school thought I was super weird. This kid's freaking weird, dude. Like, I mean, not top level weird.
Hey, have you met Vinny yet?
No, he's super weird. Dude, you've grabbed it back.
Hey, attaboy, Vinny.
3, 2, 1.
And to finish off our show...
No, you're supposed to wait, Vinny. You're supposed to wait. How many times do I have to tell you? You're supposed to wait.
You only told me
It gets
once.
really annoying.
You told me once.
Like, I'm just trying to get through
Once.
this. No, I've told you many times, Vinny.
Once.
You're supposed to wait.
I
Wait.
remember
All right,
once.
let's do this one. God, you're so frustrating.
Yeah.
It'll make sense. Like my one page. Yeah, I'm gonna do his picture different, but just like
Dude, shut up! You're annoying!
And after that, we have Tech Then versus Now with Merrick.
Hi, I'm Eric Sackrider.
I'm Mason Lally.
We're covering Nintendo. We have the Nintendo Entertainment System, or the NES, and then we have the Nintendo Switch, which is the new Nintendo model. Right? The key difference of these two products is the NES only has a 8-bit processor or CPU that clocks speeds of 1.79 megahertz, and the Switch has a 4-core ARM Cortex A57 CPU, which clocks speeds of 1020 megahertz. Also, the Nintendo Switch only has 4 kilobytes of internal RAM, 2 for just regular random access memory, and 2 for video output, while the Switch has 4 gigabytes of RAM dedicated to everything under the sun that the Switch can do. Also, this only does 256 by 240 pixels on a screen, any screen. This, by itself, portable, like you see here, is 1220 by 720, which is pretty good, almost HD. And then on the console, in its dock, is a 1920 by 1080. The NES outputs 52 different colors, but it only outputs 24 colors on screen. That's 28 colors you don't even see. The Nintendo Switch outputs any color on its color palette that it can. All right, we're flying through this with 7 minutes over there and 8 minutes and 2 seconds over here.
You can read that?
It's about 8:37 right now. I can't.
You can see it.
I'm just round balling it. 3, 2, 1. Also, the NES has a front-loading system with a lot of bit readers. Like there's a lot. And then you slide it in to the thing, and when you slide it in, the top row is only contacting to like one bit. And then you have to push it down. It's horrible. And then you got the blow technique. If it doesn't work, everybody says you blow into it. 97% of the time, doesn't work. Not at all. And then the switch just has an easy flap. Can you open the flap, Mason? An easy flap, you just put your thing right in there. It's very concealed. Thanks, Mason. I couldn't do it myself.
Gotcha, bro.
This, the switch's screen is smaller than this. Like, you can't take this anywhere, or this is useless. The controllers are completely different. You have A, B, start, select, and the D-pads on this one. And on the Switch, Mason, what you got?
We have 2 controllers that come out individually out of this one controller dock. And then the Switch itself also has 2 more individual controllers that hook up to the side and let you play on the screen with the 2 controllers. And I don't remember what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
I was gonna say something.
Let me see.
I should have brought my bumpers too.
These controllers by themselves are like the Wii controller, the console we all know and love for getting us active. There's Joy-Cons on these. There's still motion controls, like you can do this, and you can play games like this. But there's a Joy-Con on both of them, and then sort of a button pattern, like an A, B, Y, and X. But this one's arrow keys. But so you can play like this, 2-player. And these bumpers switch from here to up here on the sides to play 2-player. Nintendo's competitor Sega released a 64-bit mega-core gaming console. Nintendo wasn't worried because the NES was selling like hotcakes, they said. And there was no problem. They were just flying off shelves still because kids still wanted to play the hottest games like Duck Hunt and baseball and Punch-Out.
Zelda
And
was probably one of
The
the
Legend
biggest
of
games.
Zelda. When Super Mario 3 came out, it was the 40 million copies were sold in the first year, and it's still one of the highest selling games on the planet.
31 years after the release of the Nintendo Entertainment Center, Nintendo came out with the Switch. It was released in 2017, and it is still one of the highest selling consoles Nintendo has come out with. Nintendo is also still releasing a lot of extra accessories that make the Switch even more portable and easier to use than when it first came out.
Like what?
They have, as you can see, I have a skin on this and on the back of this. They come out, they have screen protectors, they have actual like pro controllers you can use and like wired controllers. They have things you can style your Switch with in your own way to make it personalized to you.
They have hardcover carrying cases. They have, I'm pretty sure they have actual cases for the Switch, like an OtterBox does for your phone. They have everything to make the Switch one of a kind. No one can beat this. They've tried it with the Wii U, and they didn't get any results that they wanted because it technically failed. Because you had to have Wii compatibility, so you had to be in the same room as a Wii. It was a portable device. The closest thing you got to this is probably a 2DS and a cell phone, other than it has Joy-Cons and stuff. It's still touchscreen. You can get YouTube on it now, I think. Can you get Netflix on it?
I don't think so.
You can't get those, but Nintendo's probably looking into it.
Switch Mini 2019.
On the Switch here, you have a dedicated storage device. It slides in right here. You can have a micro SD card as big as it comes. This is whatever storage is on this, that's all you got. Nothing more, nothing less. Forget to save your game, gotta do it again. On that, I don't know if there's autosaves, but it does autosave.
Autosaves.
Every game autosaves. And you can pause that and turn your TV off. and turn that to
This
sleep.
actually automatically switches your TV input when you put it in the dock.
This has one TV input, and it's about 8 pounds. How much is that weigh?
Less than at least 3 pounds, maybe less.
And to finish off our show, we have Emily's Space Science Lab with Austin.
After Allison got turned into a zombie last week, I'm excited for what's gonna happen this week.
Well, as you know, I'm the geek, the main hero.
Fire! Wait, that's...
We have a problem. We're losing signal.
What?
We're going down. We're going down.
Hello. Welcome to...
No one can stop me now.
Seriously? Invaders.
This looks like it may be a new show name.
You got it, partner. This could be.
I told you not to interfere. Yay, the villain is dead.
Thank you.
I feel like I've been shot. Oh, grr, somebody freed her. How could they? I guess I have to build my own super weapon, the Supersonic XR laser cannon. This is gonna be my chance.
He's so pathetic.
He didn't even turn Allison into a zombie after all.
But he's not done yet.
Carly's gonna build his own super weapon.
But why didn't you really stop him, guys?
Listen to me, Kaylee, it's an emergency.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
We need to split up again.
Good, Kaylee. You go with Geek, Lady Sue, and Emily. Brockton, go check on Carly. Terry, you and me are gonna go deactivate the super weapon. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
And that's all for your show this week. As always, I'm Zachary Summer.
And I'm Eric Sackrider,
And this is your Mountie Nation station.